Hi everyone, it's Shannon and welcome to today's video. So today I'm doing another recap on the Disney Wish, and this might be my last one because I was trying to think of topics that I could do recaps on, and this is really it. I was thinking about shows, but we didn't really get the full experience of the shows, so I really don't have much else to add. If you want to see my thoughts, you can go back to the vlogs. We saw part of Disney Sees the Adventure. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. Can't wait to see the entire show. We didn't stay for the entirety of The Little Mermaid just because we hadn't planned on it and we had other plans, but we will probably go and see it. And then Aladdin hasn't started yet. The live music and shows were great. We saw what we, but that's really, I don't really have anything more to add than what we showed in my vlogs. So, this topic is going to be about all things kids, Disney Oceaneer Club, the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, and the Incredi-Games Incredi-Course that is set up. So that is what I'm talking about today. And if there's another topic that I haven't covered in a recap that you want more information, leave a comment below. But if not, this is probably the last one. So with that, let's go ahead and get started with, let's start with Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. That's kind of go in reverse order. The Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, so I have a boy, right? I have a boy, so we're not doing the princess makeover, but I did see a lot of the little girls dress up, and that was kind of one of those things like, oh, I wish I had a little girl, and then I saw the price, and then I'm kind of glad I don't. But it was really magical, and watching them when my son was getting his makeover, it was really fun, and it was definitely really special to watch them kind of turned into a princess. So it was really, I wish they had it when I was a kid. But as far as my son, so we had done the pirate one on the Magic when he was 4, and this one was the first full time we did the full Captain Mickey makeover, and he really didn't want to do it. He wasn't really into it this time. But then when we got there and we dressed him up, then he was all in. He was all in, and Princess Ella was amazing. She was absolutely amazing, and they all were, but she was fantastic, and she really was teaching my son about being a captain and just really made it entertaining for all of us. And we even thought, like, what are they going to do? Like, what are they going to do? They're going to dress him up, but they, put the little Mickeys in his hair, and they styled his hair, and he just had a blast. Now, as of our sailing, they hadn't returned the pirate makeovers yet. So they hadn't had the Pirates lead on the Disney Wish yet. It is on the Disney Dream because we have booked it. But as of right now, it hasn't returned to the Disney Wish. I would expect that it's going to return in the near future, but as of right now, I believe it hasn't. But you can still get makeovers. So for the boys, they have Captain Mickey, and they also had a knight. So Captain Mickey was $150, and then I think the knight was like $100. It was like 99 something, so it was $100. So the knight was actually cheaper, which I thought was interesting. So really, it was a fun experience, and it was so fun getting those pictures with him. And if you have a boy and their game, I would say do it. Like, I'm excited. I just hope he fits, and he's growing like a weed. So I have one more month before we go on the Disney Dream. I'm like, please just fit into this for one more month. Next up is the Incredi-Games. So the Incredi-Games, we never went to the actual games. They only had it one day. So we had a sea day, and then we had a Castaway Key day. The sea day would eventually now be the Nassau day. So now instead of a Nassau day, we had a sea day. So I would say that's probably going to be the day that the Incredi-Games happen. I don't know for sure, but they happened around 3 o'clock in the afternoon that day. But we were on, by that time we were at the pool. So, we went to the course. It was open from 10 to 2, and we got there around like 10:30, and it was only open for like 15 minutes, and then they shut it down for media, which again, shouldn't be a problem going forward. But my husband and son did it twice, and then we were going to switch, and I was going to do it, and then they closed it, and then we came back, and then they closed it again. However, it looked fun. Like my husband was saying how much fun it was, and I knew a couple other people that went on it, and they said it was fun. They said it was harder than it looked. So my son had a blast. Like I would love to go back and do the game. So I think we're gonna try and make it. You know, obviously with the media cruise, they were filming, and things weren't open like they would be on a regular cruise. So hoping when we go back that I'll be able to do it, and maybe we will go back for the actual games. So what they did is they had it open for like all ages, and then they had it open for like tweens and teens, and then they had the game. So you don't have to participate in the games to actually go through the course, but then they had the games at certain times. So the games was at certain times, and then at certain times it was like just like you could just go in and 2 at a time and race. So that's kind of how it is. It's fun. I mean, a lot of people were kind of complaining. I know when it was released, they're like, it's just an inflatable. It was fun. Like it looked fun. My son had a blast. It just looked like a fun thing, and I'm really curious to see how it is during the actual games. Now, I don't think they had I don't really remember seeing any babies on our cruise, so I didn't see the diaper dash, and if it was advertised, I didn't see it. So that's something, and I've heard that that's supposed to be in that Hero Zone space. So that's something I'd be interested in seeing. And then also at the top, they had like, you know, ping pong and different types of games. We didn't really utilize that. I didn't really like the design of it. And the design of the Hero Zone was kind of odd because it was like one entry. I think it was on deck 12, if I remember correctly. And it was kind of an odd space. Like you almost had to know where it was. It took me a little bit to find it. Once you found it, you knew where it was, you were fine. But it took me a little bit of time. I wish they had like an entry on the second level where you could, you know, you could just exit on that level, but no, it's only on one level, so you have to go down the stairs. But other than that, it's really fun. Like you can get a really good view from the top of people going through the course, so that's really nice. But it's a really fun thing. Well, I heard. So now we're going to talk about the Oceaneers Club, and I have a guest.
Okay, so there was another video of it, but the camera got damaged, so you had to make another one.
Yes, we did this already, but the footage got damaged, so we're doing it again. So
the footage got exploded.
It got exploded. Okay, what was your favorite part of the Disney Oceaneers Club on the Disney Wish?
The build your own ride thing.
Yeah? And did you get to ride your own ride? You got to build your own ride and ride it?
Yes.
How awesome was it?
Pretty awesome.
Yeah? Are you going to be an Imagineer?
No, I'm going to be a YouTuber.
Oh, you're going to be a YouTuber? Okay.
And a miner.
And a what?
And a miner.
And a miner?
To find diamonds.
Oh, to find diamonds, actually.
Diamonds.
Okay. I don't know where you're going to do that, but what else did you like about the Oceaneers Club? What other fun things did you get to do?
Build my own
hero suit.
Yeah, hero suit.
Yeah?
It was the same hero suit as the Avengers one. I thought it was going to be way different.
Oh, yeah? It was the same as that? And
then you got to do your own mission, blah, 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 blah.
You got to do your own mission. And then what about, didn't Belle come and tell you stories?
Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah, with Belle. And you got to make up your own stories?
Yeah.
And then what about, didn't you do something with the Haunted Mansion? Didn't you like build?
I did do. Also, if you want to know, they're not real ghosts. It just they put windows somewhere.
So they showed you how, they talked about how they made the illusions at the Haunted Mansion?
Yeah, and they also told me how to make like the little things.
Oh, okay. So they told you how to make the ghosts and how to make illusions?
Like to make the lights, and also the fire.
Yeah.
And we did that, but it was really big.
So you guys did that, so you got to learn about how the Haunted Mansion is built, right?
Yeah, and also how the fire is made from the. And also, I looked back at the build your own ride.
Yeah.
And there was literally I saw red fire.
Oh my goodness. So what else did you get? What was your favorite part of the cruise? Did you like Pirate Night?
Yeah.
Yeah, you liked Pirate Night? You like being a pirate?
Yeah, but I also don't like that I put my unfavorite song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
there's a song he doesn't like. The Justin Timberlake song, right?
What?
The Justin Timberlake song. You don't like that song?
No, I like that song.
Oh, what's the song you don't like?
The one from the Trolls.
Yeah, that's Justin Timberlake. The sunshine in my pocket.
Okay, no, I hate that song.
Okay. We'll tell Justin. Okay. Anyway, so what else did you like? Do you like getting dressed up as Captain Mickey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to do that again?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to do Captain Mickey again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I was the first one to do Captain Mickey.
He was the first one to do Captain Mickey. Yep. So that's awesome, and we have it on video.
Yeah.
And Princess Ella was awesome, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. Anything else you want to tell everybody?
Click the subscribe button.
I have him trained. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Say bye, everybody.
Bye.
So there you have it. That is a review from Ryder, but from a parent. The Oceaneers Club on the Disney Wish is where this ship sets itself apart. As I stated before, the Disney Wish is built for families. Like, that was what it was designed for. The slide from deck 3 going to deck 2, brilliant. Just absolutely brilliant. So much fun. The line never got very long. It was just fun. And especially the location being in relation to 1923, it was a perfect, because that was the restaurant where, he didn't want to sit there for 90 minutes, and he was able to get his food really fast, and then we were able to drop him off, and then my husband and I were able to enjoy the rest of our meal. It was just really convenient. I thought it was a really great location. If you have little ones, or you want to be, let's say you can't afford a veranda, or you're trying to save money, deck 2, if you look at our last night, the last night of our cruise, I show you, and here's a little clip of it, but the area for where the staterooms are on deck 2 is a really great location if you want to be close, like especially if you have a little one that's going to be in the nursery and you don't want to be too far away. Really great location. So deck 2 for those inside and ocean view staterooms. If you have little ones that are going to be in the Oceaneers Club or in the nursery, really convenient location. It's just fantastic. So consider those. I think it's a great option. As far as the Oceaneers Club, his favorites was the Imagineering Lab. Every time we picked him up, that's where he was. He wants to be, or he says he wants to be a YouTuber, but he's also talked about he loves drawing, he loves learning. I mean, he watches YouTube videos about all the hidden Mickeys. He knows all the hidden Mickeys. He knows how a ride is built. Like, he'll tell you, we went to Frozen Ever After, and he asked the kid in front of us, have you ever seen the characters glitch? Because he's seen it on YouTube, and that's what he hopes. He hopes we get on the ride and he gets to see one of the characters glitch. I mean, he's a special kid. But so he really loved the Imagineering Lab. He brought this diagram of the Haunted Mansion. He told us I learned about the ghosts and how they did it. And every time we picked him up, he didn't want to leave. So just really, really fantastic. Different experience than we had on the Magic. He was really young, but he did say, they had characters there. They had one character where he said that they were doing something, and he says, I was going to take a picture, but I didn't, or he was supposed to do something, but they have the characters there and they have the option to meet them and do things, and then they don't have to. He got to meet Belle and they did a story, and he said he loved that. He goes, yeah, she came and we came up with our own story. So those are types of things that he loved. Now, he didn't really talk too much about the Star Wars cargo bay, which I thought was the coolest looking space. But there just wasn't, at least for him, there really wasn't anything that he told us about. Every other space he did, every other space he spent time in and they did some sort of activity. Star Wars Cargo Bay was the only one he didn't. I don't know if they just maybe didn't have anything, or if it just wasn't anything he was interested in. But, there was so much, there was just so much for him to do, and he just enjoyed himself so much. Now, I did do a little tour of the nursery. Obviously, I don't have a child that is going to the nursery, but I thought the nursery setup was beautiful, really, really well thought out. And then the way they had the space with the Captain Mickey and Minnie's space could be opened and closed to each area. I thought was really smart. That the kids were able to use it, you know, little kids or some toddlers, they could close that off. Really, really well thought out. But if you have a little one that you're nervous about leaving in the nursery, they're all well trained. I mean, we left our son when we were on the Dream when he was 1, and they were fantastic. There was one night he was crying. We just saw him, and we, you know, left him, consoled him, and then he went back to sleep, and then we were able to leave him again. He took naps there. It was so convenient. You know, as they're older, if they need to take a nap, you really can't. You have to kind of take a nap in the room. But when they're in the nursery, you can. It's so worth it, and especially when they're little, you need that break, and you need that time, you know, hopefully as a couple. So, and just as a parent, maybe you just need that time alone. So I definitely encourage you, don't feel nervous about leaving them, because I probably one of the safest place you'll ever leave your child. So that is it. That is my recap on all things kids related on the Disney Wish. Again, this is where I think the Disney Cruise Line knocked it out of the park with all things kids. Just thought it was really, really thought out. The Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique is so beautiful. It's just a beautiful space. The crew members and cast members there are just fantastic. So can't wait to go back. I mean, and he wants to do another Captain Mickey makeover. By the time we go back in November, he will probably have outgrown his Captain Mickey outfit. So we'll probably have to get him a new one anyway. So we'll probably do it again. And yeah, it was just a great experience. So again, the Disney Wish is fantastic. And if you have questions, leave them below, especially like I said, we're going in November. And if you've been on a Disney Maritime cruise, let me know what you think. What things should I look forward to? You know, I know we get to meet Santa, but do we dress up in Christmas? Is there a Christmas specific night, or I don't know. I'm really looking forward to finding out and being on the very first maritime sailing on the Disney Wish. So with that, if you like this video, click and subscribe. That way you get a notification every time I post a new video. Bye everyone.